Judge Lance Ito this week barred all potential jurors from reading Faye Resnick's controversial new book, Nicole Brown Simpson, Diary of a Life Interrupted. The judge also barred them from reading Faye Resnick's other new book entitled Judge Lance Ito is a Big Fruit. And now it's time for Weekend Update's movie reviews. This week I saw Interview with the Vampire. And here's my review. Not gay enough. This week, a court banned gays from marching in Boston's St. Patrick's Day parade, but they will still allow them to be beaten up by drunken Irish guys. I'm afraid to know what you're applauding at there. Okay. Meanwhile, Elton John continues to deny rumors that he is engaged to his tennis racket. Well, if I can be allowed a personal opinion, you know, I think Harrison Ford's new mustache works. And by works, I mean looks really gay. In overseas news, an attempt to lift the ban on gays serving in the British Armed Forces has been defeated in Parliament. This raises a difficult legal question. How do you exactly tell if a British guy is gay? In an interview in this month's Vanity Fair, actor Tom Cruise attempts to end once and for all rumors that he is gay. Meanwhile, the U.S. Army is dealing with a scandal of its own as dozens of female recruits have charged drill instructors with sexual harassment, intimidation, and even sexual assault. Analysts are calling it the best argument yet for gays in the military. Jonathan Schmitz, the Jenny Jones guest who killed his secret gay admirer because of his fear and hatred of homosexuality, has been sentenced to 25 years in prison. Well, I guess that plan backfired, huh? And it's been reported that Keanu Reeves is engaged to actress Amanda Decadina. Asked to comment, Keanu said, "What? I thought I was gay. I'd always heard I was gay. Beginning in March, DC Comics will change Superman's traditional red and blue costume to a new form-fitting bodysuit. The problem with the old costume? Not gay enough. What the hell's going on in the country? That's not Superman. All right. TriStar's Picture is planning a film about the 70s disco act, The Village People. While the movie will be coming out next summer, it plans to wait until Thanksgiving to come out to its parents. The artist formerly known as Prince says he now wants to be known as simply the artist. Meanwhile, I will continue to refer to him as simply the fruit. In other music news, several major acts are on tour this month, including the Counting Crows, Metallica, and the Fruit. A study on weight loss revealed this week that women who participate in a weekly diet program lost 50% more weight, snacked less, and bought more fruits and vegetables than women in general. Which just goes to prove my new theory: Richard Simmons is gay. Our top story tonight. This week, after months of speculation, sitcom star Ellen DeGeneres finally admitted that, yes, she is gay. Inspired by her courage, today, diet guru Richard Simmons admitted that he is really, 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 really gay. And the other big thing I read the newspapers. I also read the magazines, you know.
The periodicals.
Yeah, the periodicals.
Yeah.
And I was reading, I don't know if you read the cover of Time magazine, but they got the cover this week is a lady saying, I'm gay.
Yeah. It's Ellen DeGeneres,
Yeah.
I think. Yeah. Yeah.
But that's got to be a slow news week, a lady saying she's gay. That's a big story.
I guess.
Yeah. And, but it's brave of her, though, you know. It's brave. Yeah. It's brave
Takes
of her.
A great deal of personal courage.
Yeah. And I'll tell you what, I read just this morning that Richard Simmons now, to take it even further, he now is making a statement that he's really, really, really gay.
That's news. Yeah. To me, that ought to be on the cover.
Yeah, he got burned.
You still live in New York?
Oh, yeah.
Beautiful city. You're in Hollywood now, though, aren't you?
Jacques Villeneuve?
Yeah, Jacques Villeneuve. Canadian. You know?
Canadian who grew up in my city, and his father was my all-time hero. Gilles.
Yeah.
Unbelievable.
Did you meet him backstage?
No, I haven't. I met Randy Travis, and
Yeah.
I'm a huge country music fan, and George Jones is my favorite, so this is a big night for me.
Do you like the new country or you like the old country?
No, the new is gay.
Oh, hell yeah.
You know, I don't want to tell you how to do your business, but you got a suit on.
I should have a tie.
What, would it kill you to wear a tie? You know, just come on, make me feel better.
No, you know what happened is I had a tie, and on the way here, a dirty homeless bum stole it.
No, it didn't happen.
No,
you look like you're in town on a convention and have decided to go nuts.
What? I was in an elevator, you know, in this hotel, and there were these two Shriners, you know, and so I guess, I don't know, I thought, do I look like a gay guy or something? Because I'm in this,
What do you want to look like, Norm? What are you trying to look like?
I want to look like a guy that would not be on Cunanan's hit list. So I was
Simple as that.
but I'm on this elevator, you know, and there's these three Shriner guys, you know, the Shriners, they wear the hats.
Funny hats.
And so they were going, hey, how you doing there, fella? You know, so I go, I'm all right. But I'm wearing the suit, you know, because I'm at this hotel. And so then they go, yeah, he goes, hey, they go, later on tonight, we got a party going on up in our room. They go, we got some booze there, some broads, you know. The guy says, you like the broads, don't you? Yeah? So I go, yeah, no, I like the broads, you know. He goes, oh, yeah, no, I know, I wasn't saying anything. I just see by your suit there, I thought maybe you were kind of a how do you do.
How do you do? What the hell does that mean?
That's a gay man.
Oh.
I don't know.
How you feeling? You all right? Somebody told me you had the flu or something.
Oh, no, I'm all right. How do you do, by the way?
I'm fine. Fine. You don't have the flu? You weren't feeling? I heard you were a little under the weather. Had a cold or something?
I was a little bit sick, you know. I went to the doctor. I was going to the doctor, you know, because I'm
when
worried.
When you're sick, you go to the doctor?
Yeah, or even when I'm not. You know what?
Yeah, that's right.
Even when I'm not, I'm worried. I'm like, maybe today I'll get, like, bowel cancer or something, you know? Like, I get concerned. No, I swear, that might sound weird, but there actually is no such thing. I checked in the medical dictionary. So, but I go to this doctor, and he gives me, like, he always gives me these crazy things. And so he said, I want to, like, test out your body fat.
Yeah.
You know? Mm-hmm. Meanwhile, I'm a really skinny guy. Yeah. Like, my whole life I've been skinny. I've been self-conscious about it, you know? Self-conscious.
Right.
And I always had problems with those words. I always thought conscience.
I know.
Was conscious.
It's fine. Don't worry about it. This is not an elevator with Shriners, so just relax.
So the guy, I said, I don't need no body fat thing, man. I'm a really skinny guy. So he puts these calipers on me, you know, and he tests me out. Comes back, turns out I'm fat as well as skinny.
Seems unlikely, doesn't it?
Explain it to me. I'm skinny, but also fat. Like I'm basically bones and then fat.
Yeah.
around the bones. I have a horrible body. So the guy tells me, you got to get to one of them gyms.
Oh,
you know?
start working out a little bit. Yeah.
So I go to the gym, and holy Lord, have you ever been to one of these?
No, I don't know.
They're crazy. Yeah. You got to like, they got the weights, you know? Yeah. That's the big thing,
the big
weights.
Weight machines, sure.
So you got to like lift the weight. It's really heavy. And then you got to put it down. Then afterwards, lift it again right away. And it's endless. It's like hundreds of lifting. And then afterwards, you're just like sore and you're not big at all. And I don't want to be big. I have no use for being big. Yeah. I'm just a guy. I watch some TV. I eat a fish sandwich. You know, I don't got to be big. You know, I don't need abs. You know, what am I going to do with abs? I could show them to my friends. I go, hey, look on my belly. What I got here? Some abs. What are you looking at?
Well, nothing. I'm just, but maybe if you worked out a little bit, perhaps Shriners would leave you alone. It wouldn't be a problem at all. Pump up a little.
Where do you live here, of course, in the city, because you're doing the show.
I live in New York City.
Yeah. This isn't a police interrogation. Are you sure? Where about? Where in the city do you live, approximately, not specifically? But...
I live at 56 between 8th and Broadway.
Okay, and what's your phone number?
No,
just give me 7 digits. All right. Your neighbors nice people? The people that live around
great
you?
Great people. Every day I meet somebody new, you know. Mm-hmm. This city's great because of the neighborly people, you know. I don't know. But I did meet one neighbor, interesting story, you know, that this guy... He just moved in, you know, next door to me. Mm-hmm. So I'm always one to meet the neighbors.
You like to chat with the neighbors, yeah.
Yeah, because, you know, so I went over to the guy, I knocked on the door next door to where I live, and I say to the guy, I said, hey, I'm your new neighbor, you know, and I said, good to see you, you know, nice to run into you, you know, welcome to the neighborhood, you know. And so the guy, I said, what do you do for a living there, sir? You know, if you don't mind me asking. You know, what do you do for a living? I'm a nightclub comic, I tell the guy. So he says to me, he says, I work down at the University of Science there. He says, that's
a good school, by the way.
I can't remember the exact place.
Sure.
But he says, I'm a professor of logic.
Oh.
So he says, the guy says, logic. Now, what the hell is that? I never heard tell of that. He says, oh, well, he says it's a kind of a pattern of syllogistic. Well, he says it's hard to explain. He says, why don't I give you an example? So I said, fair enough. Why don't you do that? So the guy says, well, he says, let me ask you a question. He says, do you own a doghouse? So I go, yes, I do. He says, well, then that means you probably have a dog. I said, yes. He says, well, that means you're likely to have a family if you have a dog. I said, yes, I do. He said, well, then that means you got kids, you're married. I said, yes, I am. He says, well, then you're a heterosexual man. I said, yes, sir, I am. He says, well, you see, that's logic there. I asked if simply from finding out you had a doghouse, I made this series of inferences, and I found that you're a heterosexual man simply from the fact that you had a doghouse. Well, I said, good God, isn't that something?
Okay.
So I said, well, I won't waste any more of your time there, neighbor. And I said, I'll see you later.
See you around. Okay.
So I said, come by one day and have a chicken with me. So anyways, I left. So I left. So I go to get a bus, you know, to the bus stop. And I walk down to the bus stop, and I'm still thinking about this thing that happened to me, you know. And I'm standing at the bus, and no bus coming at all, you know, and 5 or 6 of us standing around, and one guy lights up a cigarette there, and he goes, as soon as you light up a cigarette, the bus comes. And he smokes the whole damn cigarette, no bus comes.
Right.
So I said to the guy, well, that theory really worked, huh?
Yeah.
And the guy goes, well, sometimes it works. Anyways, the guy goes, what's new with you? I go, well, I had an interesting thing happen to me today. I said, I met my neighbor. And he goes, oh, yeah? I go, he had a hell of an interesting job. I said, he's a professor of logic down at the University of
Science.
And so the guy says, is that so? He says, professor of logic. He goes, what the hell is that, logic? I said, well, it's a series of Scylla something or other.
Right.
I said, I can't remember exactly, but I said, I'll give you an example if you want to hear an example.
Yeah.
So the guy goes, all right, fair enough. So I said, let me ask you this. I said, let me ask you a question. Do you own a doghouse? And the guy goes, no, I don't own a doghouse. So the guy says, oh, yeah, you're one of them gays.
And it worked, right? What great stuff you can learn at
Yeah, it was
that
nice.
University of Science there. All right.
And then the guy, get this.
What?
This.
There's more.
This gay guy
Yeah.
invites me to have a chicken at his place.
That's some kind of euphemism.
Yeah, I don't
Watch
know.
out. All right. Saturday Night Live.
And you kind of surprised me
God.
because you did MTV Beach House recently, and there's a certain kind of person you expect to show up on the MTV Beach House, and I hear we'll be right back with MTV Beach House. Our special guest Norm Macdonald. I'm like, what the hell are you doing?
It's this.
What was that?
It's this show on MTV, right?
I know.
And it's at a beach.
It's at a beach.
And they don't script anything. Like, they do like for anyway. So the dude, the host, was like, hey, Norm, do you mind wearing a pair of trunks, bathing trunks? And I go, no, I don't want to wear that, because I'm like, my body's like all weird looking and everything. And everybody else is super hot ladies and super hot men. I don't, whatever.
Whatever you... Wow.
So,
got an issue about that. All right, go ahead.
So I'm on the show, right? So they're saying, hey, come on, seriously, put on the trunks. I'm like, no, man, I don't want to. So then they think this will be funny. They go, hey, we're going to show you a fashion show. Some dudes will come out, and show you, you see what you think. I go, what? So all of a sudden, these three dudes come out, right, dancing around in their thongs and shorts and everything.
They're wearing thongs or shorts? Which one?
Bathing trunks, but some of them are like thongs where you can see their dirty arses. So... So I'm like watching it, and I'm like, oh,
like
man.
Chaucer. Yeah, go ahead.
So I'm like, oh. I guess it is.
Okay, go
Old
ahead.
English. So I said, oh, yeah, no, I'm pretending to go, oh, yeah, that's funny, right? And
You do a lot of that at MTV, yeah.
So then the guy, the host, he goes to this one guy who was very, very, very gay. He goes,
What? How do you know that?
no, I mean,
He had a sign?
Yeah, he looked very, very gay. He says to this dude, he says, hey, I'll give you $20 if you lap dance on Norm. You know what I mean?
Right.
All of a sudden, this dude like, hey, $20. I guess he didn't have much money. Starts running towards me, right? So I look up. Here's this almost nude dude running towards me, right? So I think in my head, okay, man, pretty soon the guy's going to be writhing around on my lap with his ass, And I don't want that on TV, forever.
No, it's okay to talk about it, but you don't want to see it.
Right. They videotape that, and it's there forever. So, meanwhile, what can I do? You can't hit a guy because it looks bad. You know what I mean? Even though, of course, a woman could hit a naked guy running at him.
Sure, that's okay.
But a man can't hit him. Yeah. So I have to think fast. It's only a second. So I bolt. I take off, right?
You started running, too?
Yeah, running down the beach.
The guy catch you or no?
Yeah, and then I had to come back on. They're like, oh, Mr. Homophobic. I won't let a guy grind his ass into you.
You got to work on that.
But here's the problem with taking pictures.
Yeah.
Photographers are largely flamboyantly gay.
Right.
And so then when they take... A good look for them is a flamboyantly gay look.
Right.
So when they take your picture, they want you to look flamboyantly gay, and then you're like, can I look a little less flamboyantly gay? And they're like, no, this is good. I'm like, I'm wearing a dress.
Well, again, it's tonight and tomorrow night. The Comedy Works in Larimer Square. Thanks so much for toughing it out
man.
without coffee. It's great
this
to
was
meet
fun.
you.
Thanks
Thank
a
you,
lot.
All right, on over.
Excellent suit.
Thank you. Yeah, it's
Yeah, I
just
like that one.
brand new. Oh my. Let's get back over to Angie and Chris, please.
Wait a minute. Norm, what is wrong, Norm, with flamboyantly gay?
Yeah,
I ask you.
I ask you, Norm.
Ooh, hit a little close to home this morning, didn't
Norm,
it?
Did you see this outfit? Did you see this thing?
This is what you should have worn for the headshot, Norm. Come on. Panache.
It is cool.
Huh? Come on.
You wore that between what he's wearing now and ending up in the dress. That was
Yeah.
halfway.
It is cool.
Norm could have worn this.
Oh, yeah. Wow.
Johnny Weir called. He wants his outfit back.
Oh, hey now. He's talking to you, too, not me.
I don't know who he's talking
I don't
to.
know. Maybe he's talking to me. Because Johnny Weir would look fabulous in this.
Look good in either one of these outfits.
Yeah, see.
If this was a memoir, if this were a memoir,
Yeah.
I would put juicy things from my own life.
Right. Right. Like, what kind of things would you put in there that nobody knows?
Well, I guess the biggest thing that nobody knows about me is I'm a deeply closeted gay man.
What? I mean, that's. You're a gay man?
I'm not gay. I said I'm deeply closeted.
What?
I'm as
Wait.
straight as an arrow.
So you're a gay man who won't admit it?
No. Do you know what deeply closeted means?
Yeah.
It means a man who will not acknowledge that he's gay.
Yes.
So I'm telling you, I'm not gay. I got a wife.
You got a wife?
I just got married because I thought, go through that charade, keep appearances up.
Oh, yeah. Trump?
I didn't mean Trump. I guess I feel as a closeted gay man living in a deeply, like a sham of a marriage, I have the right to say more, but I guess I don't. You know, on your last show, I came out as a deeply closeted gay man.
Yeah.
And I'm not gay. But David, on one time, this is a true story, and Dave, you'll attest to this, bought me a beautiful leather jacket.
Oh, that's right.
Well out of my price range. Now, I'm no one to take charity.
You're doing like a Mark Twain one-man show. All alone in the back. What do we got? I'm not one to take charity.
I'm saying I sucked him off.
Surprise ending.
You're making me out to be Hal Holbrook over here.
What's something people don't know about you?
I'm a deeply closeted gay guy.
No kidding.
Well, I'm not coming out, though.
Wait a minute. What are you revealing here today?
I'm not revealing anything. I'm saying I'm deeply closeted.
Well, that means you're gay.
Well, I wouldn't say that. Why would I say that? I'm deeply closeted.
No, but that means you're very, very gay, but you don't want to come out. You're so closeted.
That I refuse to say I'm gay.
Right.
Exactly.
But doesn't that mean you're gay?
Hey, easy, buddy.
Oh, this book will reveal much.
Now, Norm, when I was young, there was very young, there was a guy on Peyton Place that Chris Connolly played, Norman, you know, and he was kind of like a deeply closeted man. And then there was Norman Bates, Norm from Cheers. They were all fools or deeply closeted homosexuals. Norman, Where Are You? Starring
That was
Red
a funny
Fox.
play.
Yeah. So,
Norman, Is That You?
Norman, Is That You?
That was a funny play.
That's what I'm thinking.
That's the punchline of that play.
Yes, and he's gay.
Yeah.
So anyways, you know, you see enough of these deeply closeted gay guys named Norm, all of a sudden you go, wait a second, am I deeply closeted?
In fact, you admitted earlier in this interview that you are.
I admitted that I was deeply closeted, but I will never admit I'm gay.
So you're deeply closeted about what?
Being gay.